Good afternoon. Good afternoon. A very special extra interview. So today we have Chaya Malhotra. So Chaya, and not only have I never met Chaya in real life, but I've never networked with you either in real life. But that didn't stop you. That didn't stop you joining Zoco. So a thrill that you joined Zoco. Today's subject is all about love. It's a very personal subject. It's a very kind of emotional subject, you know. And Chaya runs a matchmaking company. Very, very exciting. So it's all about love and finding love. Okay. So as a Chaya, you sent me some details. You're a proud Zuko member. Tell me about your networking journey today. How much networking have you done to date?
So I used to do a lot when I had my previous business, and that's when I was introduced to it because I used to be a recruiter. So as a recruiter, you have to put yourself out there, you have to network, you have to
Mhm,
build up contacts.
mhm,
So I was fairly comfortable with that for my sort of last sort of career that I had.
mhm,
So now I'm just looking to connect with like-minded people. There's obviously lots of networking events out there. And I have joined a few. However, yours also stood out to me because of you, Nick, because
mhm.
of the way you came across and your energy and your bars, and that was really, really attractive to me. So that's what made me join up. And friendly and approachable, and I think that's really important because when you're looking to connect with people, the people that you attract, obviously people similar to yourself, and that was important for me to get that like-minded people to network with.
Exactly. Well, it was lovely how you phoned me up. I almost felt like I'd been interviewed when you phoned me up to join Zuko. So
That's what I do, though, isn't it? I interview. That's my life.
yeah, I know. I mean, I was thrilled. You tried to phone me up. I had a long chat about it, and then here you are. So wonderful. So number one, very simple. So please tell me a bit about you and how you got to start up Matched for Love.
Okay, so my journey is really quite simple. I started off as a recruiter, did recruitment for a long, long time, very early on in my career. And with that, I spent a lot of time working with clients, interviewing clients, getting the right people for the right jobs. So I was very successful, ran a couple of businesses previously as well, one of them being a recruitment company. And what I did is I really started working with um, people um, and sort of really understand what they need in a job and getting the right person in the right
Mhm,
company.
mhm,
So I did that for a number of years, and then personally I went through a divorce a while ago. And I went on the dating scene, and I met various guys, and lots of challenges, etc., that were out there. And then last year I thought, I wanted to do something different, something that was a bit more fun, but
mhm.
something where I'm still helping people and using my personal skills and my personal experience and my career to date, and sort of do something that I could help people with. So I formed the matchmaking company because it used all my skills together. So
Mhm.
I'm still working with people and matching people and people together, but at the same time, I'm still using my personal experience as well.
Mhm.
So what
I'm,
I
I'm,
do is,
I'm going to jump in a second, child. 1 second, because what I forgot to mention at the top of the shop was that you've got a free challenge coming up starting on 24th of May. And so
yes, yes.
we will come back to that. Again, there will be details below. So anybody who is looking for love, or anybody who knows anybody who's looking for love, anybody who's alone, and I think we all know what the difference between a matchmaker and a dating app. We all know people who've tried the dating apps, and I don't hear great things about dating apps. Obviously, Chaya is a matchmaker. So anybody who's alone, or knows anybody who's alone, or just wouldn't want, there was a free challenge coming on the 24th of May. Details below. Okay, so please,
Yeah,
I interrupted you, Chaya. So again,
that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, you talk about recruitment, obviously, and that's getting to know people, getting to understand people, and that led you
Yeah.
into the matchmaking, didn't it?
Yeah. But what I'd like to add also, it's a new business, so I am growing. So at the moment, I'm planting the seeds to
Mm,
get people to come and register with me.
mhm,
So if people expect me to match them up with someone straight away, it will take time because I want to get them the right person. And it's a two-way thing. So you're dealing with two people. So I've got to get the right match for each side. So that's quite important as well, that people realize that it's not going to happen overnight, but the seeds that I'm sowing now will reap the rewards in a few months' time.
mhm,
So what I'm looking to do is connect with people, get people onto my books, get people onto my database that I can then have a consultation with, they're in the back of my mind, and I can think, right, okay, I've got these people for so and so and so
Yeah.
and so.
And
That's what I'm
presumably
looking
the
to do.
initial chat, if you are if you are alone and looking for love, the initial chat with you is free. I need to ask, how much will it cost us to get signed up on your books?
Yeah, so the initial, I've kept the fees relatively low initially, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up my database, but at the same time I'm trying to weed out the people that are not serious about finding love. So if I kept it free, then people will come to me that aren't serious. And I do spend time with each person and go through a real consultation.
Mm-hmm.
So I charge £49 for that consultation, which is the price of a night out or a PT session. So it's relatively low if you're looking for love and if it's important to you. And then I will look at charging per match. So that's what I'm going to be looking at doing. I have changed it slightly, but that's what I'm going to do, because I think that's going to work now moving forward. And then people haven't invested a large amount of money, but they've given me that commitment that they are looking for someone serious, and I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, you have talked about the business, but again, and what does the business do, and kind of what services do you offer?
So what I do is I have a consultation with each person, understand them as a person, their background, how their journey's developed, what their love journey's been like, what they've tried, what they haven't tried, what their values are, what they're looking for in a partner. And then I will then match up with someone that I feel suitable. If I don't have anyone that's right, I am building up a database of people that I can connect them with, and I am going to start getting ambassadors to help me build my database to get more people on board. So I've got visions and plans to help grow. And because I've only been going for a few months, it's sort of, I'm looking at ways where I can build up my database, networking being one of them.
Yeah, and how how have you found the last year? The last 15 months obviously has put. I'm aware that the divorce rate spikes every Christmas and every holiday when people are forced to spend time together. And presumably the last 15 months again has placed a huge strain on relationships and love generally.
Obviously, lockdown has been tough for everybody, and especially for singles that have been alone. A lot of people have been home alone, and that's had a huge impact on people, because they haven't had that person to talk to, they haven't had that person to connect with. And lockdown has been lonely generally, but this has just made it to another level. However, what I'm finding is that now people are getting excited that the world's opening, lockdown's coming to an end, and I think people need to realize that that time was tough, but and I think don't focus on the negativity, focus on what's coming now forward, because we can all drown in ourselves in the past, and this wasn't right and that wasn't right. And part of my work that I do with clients is about working on your mindset and making sure that you are in the right place possible to attract that like-minded partner. So if you're not right, if you're not feeling good about yourself, then you're not going to get that person into your life, and that's really, really important.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sorry. And when it comes to relationships, are we talking about always love and partner, or can it companionship? What kind of levels of relationship are we talking about here?
with my services, it's people that want a committed relationship. No. So not someone that's looking to mess around. There's apps out there for people that want to do and you've got to be single, because my business is and integrity is a big part of my business.
Of course.
So I need to make sure that everyone is generally single, and everyone is generally looking for a partner in their life, and that they are looking to meet someone. I'm not saying they have to get married to them, that's not the be all and end all. It's about having that one partner in their life that they are committed to, and that's what I'm helping people do.
Yeah. Okay. So again, it's all leading on lovely to your question. What kind of people are you looking to support? I think we know the answer to that question.
Anyone that's looking for love. Anyone that's looking for love. So what I'm looking to support people, the main people I'm looking to work with and to support and help, and I'm going to put a big emphasis on help, because you know what, if people are happy, I'm not saying you have to be in love to be happy, but it does add to your life if that's what you're looking for. Some people are single and that's fine, and they're happy, and that's fine, but I'm looking for those people that are looking for a partner, that are maybe too busy, that have put all the energy and effort into their business and are running their businesses, and don't have time to put themselves out there online. Maybe lockdown has caused them to become a bit anxious, so they're struggling with putting themselves online. I can help them, support them on that. And I'm very, very excited to announce my challenge, which you mentioned earlier. And the challenge is for single ladies initially. I will do a man's one later if there's need for it, if I have enough men come to me on that.
Mhm.
But the challenge is called Love After Lockdown, and it's a free 3-day challenge starting on the 24th of May. And what I'm doing is I am helping ladies on a free 3-day challenge to help them discover the art and magic of dating. I'm going to give them little snippets of how I can help and how I can support them on their journey.
Okay. All right. That's yeah. That sounds. And that's for single ladies only at the moment.
Single ladies, I'm looking for any single ladies that are looking for
Mm.
love, that just need that bit of help and guidance and that support, and that are looking for love after lockdown, and they need that bit of support, they need some guidance. I'm a certified dating coach, so I've learned quite a lot, and
Mhm.
the work that I've learned, I want to now put it into practice and help people. I've been through a journey myself, so what I want to do is, and I've been through lots of challenges. So what I did when I went through those challenges, I thought there's got to be an easier
Mhm.
way to help people and support people. So I took it on myself to, get certified and learn and discover
Yeah.
and see how the whole industry worked. And I was, completely mind blown by the way things were. So what I'm looking to do now is, use that information that I've got and I've gathered, and the to support other ladies and gentlemen on their journey to
Mhm.
finding love.
Yeah, I mean, obviously goes without saying. Obviously, it's all confidential. And people who contact you, you're not going to plaster their details over social media. People can come to talk to you confidentially because it is. I mean, it's an emotive subject. It's an emotional subject. People, one of the many subjects people often find difficulty talking about love and how they feel and they're alone or whatever. So obviously, talking to you is completely confidential. But and also, I love. I mean, I've never done the apps myself. I've never obviously been on. But again, having that conversation with you must be great because you can find out about them, they can find out about you, they can tell you, explain to a human person what they're looking for rather than on an app. I'm looking for, 6'1", eyes, blue eye, blah, blah, blah. It's a real person they're talking to. That must be great.
Yeah, because very often apps, and I'm not saying apps don't work, because they do work and they have worked for a lot of people.
Mhm.
So I'm not, saying disregard those. This is another avenue to help and
Mhm.
support you. So whereas with apps, what happens is people um, will maybe put in a certain criteria of, I want someone, 25 to 31.
Mhm.
And if someone comes up that's slightly out of those brackets, then they're not going to turn up on your searches. And also don't forget the apps want you to continue paying for some time as
Mhm.
well. So they might make it not work, the algorithms, because
Mhm.
the longer you're on it, the more you're going to pay them.
Of course,
So
absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And it says in your title of dating coach. So again, I mean, the dating market is, it's well, 2021. It's a whole new ball game now. But tell me more about you as a dating coach.
So over a third of the people are single in the UK. Stats have said, and I'm sure after lockdown that may have increased because of people having to, as the reasons we discussed earlier. Um, as a dating coach, I help people on their journey. So um, they can work with me one-to-one, or I have a program coming out as well shortly. So it really depends on what each person's requirements are, but it's looking at what their journey has been, and how it's what's worked, what hasn't worked for them, because they've obviously come to me for a certain reason, because things haven't worked for them. So it's to really see where there's been issues, see what hasn't been working out, and then work on maybe the past and clearing out the past, and look at really a lot of visualization work, and manifesting. A lot of the work is based on you, and you getting into that right mindset, and really making sure that you are ready to find that person and to attract that right person in your life. And then we go on to the fun side, which is body confidence and flirting, and body language and all those things, and online dating, offline dating. So there's a lot of information that I cover that will support and help you when you get back out there and date again.
Crikey, I mean, the whole body language in real life is something that we spend our life learning. Now we got body language online as well.
Yeah,
Crikey.
it's date, yeah, but you know what? It's about giving out that right energy when you're with somebody, and
Mhm.
it's an art, and you need to know what to do, because very often if you're not giving out that right energy, that right positive vibe, then people are going to think you're not interested, and sometimes it will all just go to pots. So you need to know how to present yourself as well, and how to be on a date. And dating is a journey. Dating is a journey. It's like someone wants to lose weight, someone wants to, train for a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
You put yourself on a journey, you train, say that someone's looking to lose a couple of stone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just sort of think, right, one night and it's going to happen overnight. It takes time. You clear out your cupboards, you clear out the rubbish from your cupboards, you get rid of all your rubbish food, or your crisps, or your chocolates, all the processed stuff. And then you start exercising, you start walking, you start, getting yourself into the right mindset. I need to exercise. I need to make sure that I am doing my walks, I'm doing my steps, I'm doing my exercise, I'm eating clean. And then you've got to do that continuously. And it's the same with dating. You've got to get yourself into the right mindset. You have to make sure that you are ready, and you are in that positive frame to get that person. So it's a lot of working on yourself, but it's a daily action that you need to take. Meditation, affirmations, picturing that ideal person into your life. There's so much that you do that's going to help you when you want to get that right person, but it's a journey that you have to go through. Some people it happens to straight away, and that's amazing, but others it doesn't. So I'm here to support those where they need that help and that support.
I mean, talking about your experience with recruitment and matchmaking. So when it comes to men, come and name some of the things that men do that they really shouldn't do. It really puts women off, other than talking too much.
I think men. There's a lot of talk about men not being proactive when women are trying to chat. So I'm looking at online. So when women and men are chatting online, men sometimes disappear, men sometimes ghost, they don't respond. All these things that really makes women think, they're not, that the men aren't interested in them. And there's so much else that I cover, but this is part of the work that I cover when people come and work with me.
Yeah, again, the other thing I was talking to someone the other day, the whole language of text message and stuff. It's so easy to misinterpret a text message. You get a text message from someone, you think, oh, he's not interested or whatever, and you just misread it wrong possibly. So yeah, language is very, very important, isn't it? So
language is important. And I think my advice to people that are out there looking for somebody, once you start chatting to someone online, someone's always chatting to a few people, you're never chatting to one, and my advice is to make sure that you are talking to more than one person, because what you're not doing is then putting all your eggs in one basket, but at the same time you're keeping your options open, but you might naturally migrate to one or two of them. So that's important to see how the language goes. And very quickly, I think you should go to a phone call and go to a coffee date, because what you don't want to do is spend weeks and weeks and weeks chatting to somebody and messaging them, and then you put all your energy into that one person, you get so excited, then when you meet them, things aren't as you thought they were going to be.
Okay, so words of to somebody who, I mean, it must be nerve-wracking, okay, picking up that phone to contact a matchmaker and dating coach. So people come to you, presumably, I mean, initially they're very nervous, are they? How do you cope with nervous people?
How I cope is I'm very friendly, I'm approachable, and I have been on the journey myself. And I think people need to just be sure and be really, really assured that everything's confidential, and I have their best interests at heart. And you know what, I will listen and I will guide and I will support them. And it's not easy, but please do make contact with me, because I'm looking to help people. I'm looking to support people as much as I can.
And presumably you might end up going to a dozen or more weddings a year, mightn't you, if business
that'd be amazing.
That'd
be amazing. I better get my hats ready.
Absolutely, that'd be fantastic. So I mean,
that's if I get included in the 30, obviously, because those numbers are going down, aren't they now?
Oh no, but they'll be going up again. Don't worry. So I mean, you mentioned the business is fairly new, okay? Which is, I mean, I love, it's a great concept. I get it. I understand it completely. It's a no-brainer. If I was single, I'd be signing up immediately. I mean, why not? You've got nothing to lose. £49. What's £49? If you can't invest £49 in love,
Yeah, and there will be a fee to pay once I get the introduction, but this is just giving their commitment.
Yeah. Tell us more a little bit more about the 3-day challenge. What can the single ladies expect to get out of the? Well, I mean, what's involved in the 3-day challenge?
So it's a 3-day challenge. It's from the 24th to the 27th. Well, it's 3-day challenge, and the last day is a masterclass, putting it all together.
Mhm.
So the first day is, it's just covering 3 areas. So, and it's giving snippets of what it's like to work with me afterwards. So
Mhm.
it's looking at, thinking about your ideal man, what he looks like, and then really fine tuning that person and, what you want in your ideal partner. And then looking at where he may hang out, because,
Mhm.
we all think about he's going to be here or there, but sometimes you have to put yourself out of your comfort zone to find that person. And then the final one is putting it all together and doing a lot of visualization work, and then there'll be lots of bonuses and prizes. And I'm just really looking for anyone that's single, any ladies that I would be that would love to join this. I'd be really, really grateful to have you there.
Yeah.
And if anyone's got any single friends, but it's, the challenge is really to give you a taster of what it's like to work with me, but
Yeah.
to also, learn
Mhm.
and see what you can do to enhance your journey as well,
Mhm.
because a lot of people don't know what they can do.
Mhm.
And sometimes if you're doing something and it's not working, you need to do something else.
Mhm.
So
And
this is
what
that something
yeah,
else.
and what is, I mean, what roughly the kind of time commitment that the ladies have to give per day for the 3 or 4
Yeah,
days?
so it's half an hour in the evenings, and then if they can't make it,
Mhm.
then it will be recorded. So
Mhm.
it's not a lot of commitment at all.
Mhm.
So it's half an hour. Monday the 24th, Tuesday the 25th, Wednesday the 26th, and Thursday about 45 minutes.
Mhm.
It's not a big commitment, but each time it's recorded, so then
Mhm.
um, you can then watch it in your own time if you can't make it. So
Yeah,
if
of
you've got
course.
family commitments in the evening, or
Mhm.
you've got children, or you've got other commitments, work commitments,
Mhm.
then you can watch it in your own time.
Mhm.
But the most important thing is come there, learn, get yourself out of your comfort zone, because the comfort zone that you're used to hasn't been working. So let's do something else.
Well, I mean, one of my favourite expressions, which I've used constantly, is if you keep doing what you've always done, don't be surprised if you keep getting what you've always got. Okay,
Exactly.
so if you've always got, kind of the wrong man, or it hasn't worked for you, just try something different. Absolutely. I was about to ask you about what you mentioned ghosting and things. Is there any particular characteristic that you personally hate in a man? Come on, dig the dirt. Come on.
When he just doesn't, when you go on a date and you think it's gone really well, and he just disappears off the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
um you know it's very much about communication, and it's
Mm-hmm.
about being really open. We're all adults, and people aren't going to get on. That's the nature of the world.
Mm-hmm.
um but it's about having that integrity. And but I think it's, from ladies as well. I'm not saying it's just men, it's ladies as well. And where I come in is, people go on a date, that I can then let each side know gently
Mm-hmm.
that yes, they want to carry on, or no, they don't.
Yeah. Well, so Susie has a question because she's listening intently. Her question is more around the new business owner rather than the process. She says, how has networking worked for you so far? What other mediums are you using to promote the business?
So networking is great. It's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of energy and a lot of time, but I have to put that energy and that time in at the moment to get myself out there,
Mm-hmm.
because that's really important. I'm networking through my contacts as well, people that know me. I'm putting the feelers out. I'm doing a lot of Facebook groups as well, a lot of Facebook lives. I'm joining places where there's lots of single people,
Mm-hmm.
or big communities of people. um, and as the world opens, I'm going to be rocking up into London to see where I can find these people.
Good, good.
And what
Yeah.
I'm also going to do is get ambassadors to help me
Mm-hmm.
to get more people onto our books, because I think
Mm-hmm.
that's important. Hi, Susie.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
to get more people. So I will be looking for brand ambassadors
Mm-hmm.
to come and work with me and help me get people onto our books.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone's interested in being a brand ambassador, then please do let me know, because that's really important.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll do my best. I mean, you talk about the single ladies. I mean, there is a kind of weird stigma. I mean, I think particularly for women, and I mean, I feel your pain. I totally feel your pain. The whole I'm single, whatever. There is a stigma. How do you help women overcome that and just kind of there are a lot of people in the same boat, just kind of, how do you help women overcome that stigma?
I think the stigma is given to you by yourself, because there isn't a stigma, and it's how you feel inside. So if you've got that confidence to even approach me, to put yourself out there, I think, people need to overcome that stigma, because what I feel is you're putting that on yourself.
Mhm.
There's plenty of single people out there, and just be positive, and things happen for a reason, and it's your journey that you've got to.
Mhm.
So accept it, accept where you are at your stage now, and move on, because um things happen for a reason. Life is not perfect, but it's what you make out of it.
Totally. Now, before we close again, mention your challenge again. Come on, let's plug the challenge. I will
Thank
put
you.
the details of the challenge below
Thank you,
in
Nick.
the Facebook group. I'm going to put it on my page as well, and I'll put the details below. So remind me again. So who you're looking for
Amazing.
and what's involved.
Okay, so for my challenge, I am looking for single ladies that are looking for love after lockdown. My challenge is called Love After Lockdown, and it's a free challenge from the 24th to the 27th. And you can sign up, come and have some fun. There'll be lots of other single ladies. I've had quite a few sign-ups already. So obviously, the more ladies the more buzz it's going to be, the more fun it's going to be. But come and learn from me. Come and, experience a few things that maybe you haven't thought about before, and let me help you and let me support you on your journey.
Mm-hmm.
So it's single ladies that I'm looking for, that are looking for love, and also on the matchmaking, I'm looking for anyone that's looking to be matchmade.
Good. Well, as I said, so 24, you've got 13 days, you've got people signed up. So I would suggest you email them at least 5 times between now and the 24th. Okay. They're signed up, asking them, who do you know? Okay. Don't be shy. You've got 13 days. You should at least 4 times perhaps email the people who've signed up to say, thank you for signing up. You'll love it. You'll have a great time. But who do you know? Make it
Who
nice
else
and
do you
Bob.
know? Yeah.
Who do you know? Send them my way. Okay. All right. Make sure you do that, because they are. They're your best ambassadors. Anyone who signed
Yeah.
up, but I will put the details below. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
no, definitely.
yeah.
And
Well,
also,
yeah.
if I'm talking to Zoco networking, if any of your if any of your networkers have got audiences of single ladies that may be interested, I can affiliate with you as well.
Yeah. Good. Well, okay. Well, it has been absolutely wonderful talking to you. As I
Thank
said,
you so much for having
so
me.
well, it's an absolute pleasure. So, right, I'm gonna stop the call.